Welcome back to Real Talk, Wolf Clan Armory. Jake motherfucking Lasky here. I am the rebel. With that being said, I question all authority. That's right, I certainly do. I question and I discuss here conspiracy, Mandela effect, 9/11. Talk a lot of shit to punk ass Antifa too. Well, they started it. You guys have heard me say more than once something about the flat earth. And I've mentioned during the solar eclipse the whole thing to do with how somehow the earth would be spinning in the wrong direction with the way the moon shadow goes from west to east. Some of you have commented on here, flat earth LOL. Well, you're obviously not open-minded. I was like you. I scoffed at the whole notion of the flat earth. In fact, one of the first times I heard about it was in the federal pen in USP Victorville, 2007. A friend of mine named Kansas was really big into like everything, crystal skulls, deja vu, reality being a simulation, the Smoky God book, which was phenomenal, Hollow Earth, Inner Earth, you name it, he was into it. Upon my release all these years later, I really didn't even know anything about the flat earth. Up until my friend April mentioned something to do with some guys being flat earthers. Even I laughed with her. I no longer laugh. I've researched. I've studied. I'm still looking into it more and more and more. They teach us that the world is round, that it's a ball. What if I told you that a Hollywood movie production company that's privately owned stole $800 billion from us? 10% of that going towards preventable diseases, which save 30,000 children a day from dying. Think about that. What got me into the whole thing to do with flat earth? It was me looking into the moon landing hoax. And yes, it's a hoax. We've never been to the moon. Nor has anyone else. Nor will we ever be to the moon, especially in our lifetime. It's all a Hollywood drama created by NASA. They're the thieves here. NASA was created by the Nazis. Operation Paperclip. That will be another video for another time with Werner von Braun. He was the ultimate director of the moon hoax. And with that, look into the International Space Station. $19.5 billion goes to NASA for the International Space Station. The International Space Station is nothing more but a Hollywood movie set. Look up bubbles in space. Google it. That's one of the things that caught my attention. NASA trains in big tanks. We know this. Desalinated pools. There's harnesses. There's divers. There's even green screens. Not only do they train in those pools, but they film in those pools, and they show us a movie. NASA lies about everything. Research air bubbles in space. Hashtag flat earth. Go onto YouTube, BitChute, Vimeo, PewTube, and all the rest, and look up flat earth. Look up ODD TV. Look up Flat Earth News. Let me ask you guys something. Do you have direct proof of the curvature of the earth? If you do, you should prove it to me. Prove it. Astronauts are all Freemasons. Think about that one for a second. What do you know about the Freemasons? I know those of you watching this know quite a bit. All space travel is fake. All of it. Kansas City is known as flat as a pancake. Cloncurry, Australia has 764.535115 miles of straight flatness. Wadi Rum, Jordan, 278 miles squared of flatness. Bonneville Salt Falls, Utah, 40 squared miles flat. Lake Erie, Australia, 3,666 miles squared of flatness. San Francisco has 1,600 square miles of flatness. The Grand Canyon, 277 miles long, 18 miles wide of pure flatness. Highway 1, Australia, 90 miles of flatness. Danakil Desert, Ethiopia, as well. The Everglades, Florida, has 734 miles squared of flatness. Lake Baikal, Siberia, 12,248 miles squared of flatness. Bolivia, Salar de Uyuni, I can't talk Bolivian properly. 4,086 square miles of flatness. No curve, no curvature. You're supposed to see curvature as x-axis, z-axis for 6 miles. What about satellites, you ask me, that are in our thermosphere? This is something that really piqued my interest. I'm a welder. I know a little bit about metals. The thermosphere is at 932 degrees Fahrenheit to 3,632 degrees Fahrenheit, with the average being 2,282 degrees Fahrenheit. Satellites are made from titanium, nickel, cadmium, aluminum, and beryllium. The melting points of titanium is 3,034 degrees. Nickel melting point, 2,651 degrees. Cadmium, 609.93 degrees melting point. Aluminum, 1,221 degrees melting point. Beryllium, 2,348 degrees melting point. Satellites don't exist. They don't exist in the thermosphere. They don't exist anywhere. Your phone calls that are going through the satellites, they say, why is it then that they have satellite towers popped up everywhere? We all go through the same education system, with one mainstream science being taught. There's one mainstream media system as well, controlled by the Rothschilds and their Illuminati ilk. We all get the same information, and we all get it at once. One of the first things we're taught about Earth is that it's a globe, that it's round. Now even Bill Nye and the rest of them are trying to say that it's pear-shaped. We submit to authority, and authority, which is our government, is obviously capable of massive lies. We're taught things to be fact, and we're taught that they're truth, when in reality, they are lies. The flat earth is not a new phenomenon. The ancient Sumerians, Chaldeans, the Hebrews, the Egyptians, and the Chinese, and then some, all said that the world is flat, and they said it's not a ball. Let's look at the moon for a second. The moon has craters. We all see the moon exactly how it is there, the same way all across this world. It's round. Those craters, does that tell us that meteors and asteroids created them? But If so, where are the impact trails? So since the side of the moon we see has these meteor asteroid craters, where did they come from? Did they come from here? Did they come from Earth? Being that they hit at a straight on 90 degrees. There's no real shots of satellites in space, and we're told there's 10,000 plus satellites in space. 10,000 of them around our Earth. These cameras are supposed to have cameras on them. Well, what picture have you seen that isn't CGI of a satellite? What picture have you seen of Earth that isn't CGI? Why don't these satellites take a picture of each other? Maybe then we'll stop talking about satellites being fraudulent. But with satellites being made out of the metals that they are, they'd never make it out of this atmosphere, our thermosphere, period. The main argument of Earth being spherical is because ships disappear over the horizon. There is to be a curve across the z-axis and the x-axis as well then. So going this way and going this way. You should see it both ways equal, but you can't. The way our eyes work has a lot to do with how these things disappear in the distance. People say they see the curve from an airplane. Airplanes on average travel at 37,000 feet, which is 7 miles up. If you see the curve from an airplane 7 miles up, then how did the V-2 rocket in 1946 not see the curve 65 miles up? And now today, we have amateur balloons going up even higher, and there's no curve to the Earth, no roundness. Science tells us that the Earth is a ball and that we are spinning. We're told that the sun is 93 million miles away. They used to say that the sun was fixed, until Herschel came along and said it's moving as well. They say that the moon causes tides, yet wouldn't the Earth spinning do so more to the tides than the moon would? Science changes all the time. Quadrillions of tons of water would create a force on Earth with the Earth spinning at 1,038 miles per hour. Yet there's no change in velocity or rotation at all. Gravity is to be 1/6 of the strength of the moon. But they're telling us the moon, being 242,000 miles away, affects the tides. So the spinning Earth doesn't affect the tides. Things weigh the same all across the world. At the equator, in Britain, in the United States, in the North Pole, etc. Our atmosphere, they say, is also spinning with us, as if it's a solid. Velocity out of outer layers must be higher than the Earth's to complete a revolution in the same time and to be in sync, to stay in sync. The only way to not feel the Earth spinning is if the atmosphere is a solid. But the atmosphere is a gas. It's air. They say it's friction. That's what gets air going. Yet you can't get a solid just by friction for it to, as it's gas, to rotate along with the Earth. It doesn't work. No way, no how. There's no experiments today and of years past proving the motion of the Earth. No experiment has ever proven that the Earth is spinning. But experiments prove that Earth isn't spinning. Look up Michelson Morley. Look up Sagnac's table. Look up Airy's failure. These are the 3 most famous experiments in the 19th century. These prove that the Earth is motionless, that it's fixed, that it's not spinning. So, science came up with Einstein in 1905 with the theories of relativity, which he actually wasn't the original author of. Think about all that for now, right now. Think about that. Research it yourself. Don't just take my word for it. I'm going to get into more videos down the road about the flat Earth, especially the edge. Look up the blue stones that are being found across the world that aren't anywhere. They look like the sky. Look up Richie from Boston and watch his videos. I recommend ODD TV especially. Before I close this, give you a little food for thought. Washington, D.C. has the largest phallic symbol in the entire world. It's the Washington Monument. It stands at 6,666 inches tall by 666 inches wide. The spinning heliocentric globe of the Earth, the round ball. They tell us the speed of our orbit is 66,600 miles per hour. This is how fast we're allegedly going around the sun. 666. Earth's tilt is 23.4 degrees. 23.4 off center is 90 degrees. Subtract the 23.4, what is it? 66.6. With the curvature of the Earth, how much are we curving? 25,000 miles circumference of the ball. Using the Pythagorean theorem, you have 8 inches per mile squared, which is the first mile. The curvature, 8 inches is 1 mile. 8 inches is 0.666 of a foot. 10 miles is 66.666 feet. 100 miles, 6,666,666 fucking feet. 666. For you religious folk, that's the number of the beast. That is the number Freemasons use. That is the number of the big lie and the big deception. That is the number of the government agents who run our world, who have for thousands of years, who have lied to us every day, who today have so much power that they teach us, first and foremost, that the world is a globe. Don't trust the mainstream narrative. On this YouTube channel, besides showing product in our store and bringing you survivalist, prepper, patriotic, nationalist Americans of all races, all ethnicities, all creeds, all genders, to get ready for what's coming. On this YouTube channel, though, my motto has been laugh at my character, laugh at this schizophrenic Jake, laugh at the character I've created of who I'm supposedly am. I've got people really thinking that I'm a fucking schizophrenic. That's great, cool. Learn, laugh and learn, learn. I want you to learn something here. I want you to learn things that you probably have never thought about before. I want you to research things on your own. Not just take my word for it. Maybe there's a few things I'm off here. These are some notes that I took from some of the videos I've watched and some of the books, like Zetetic Astronomy and stuff, such that ODD TV turned me on to. Think. Laugh, learn, think. Think for your fucking self. Think for yourself. Don't swallow their lies. Is the world a globe? No. It's not a fucking globe. The world is flat. We're fixed. We're motionless. And the stars are something else entirely. With that being said, are you ready for what's coming? Are you ready for what they're planning? Are you ready for what the great Satan is going to bring? Come to Wolf Clan Armory, 287 South Front Street, Cresswell, Oregon. 97426. Give me a call. 541-658-5565. Check out our website, wolfclanarmory.com. We don't sell guns or ammunition, but we sell knives, swords, prepper, survival gear. We sell MREs. We sell the stuff that you need to survive. And we can get stuff. We'll sell you bomb shelters. We'll sell you disaster shelters. We will sell you what you need to live through Armageddon, the apocalypse, the Ragnarok, this age of Kali Yuga. The world isn't round. I am more and more convinced. And I hope you take the time out and watch this entire 23 minute video. Laugh, learn, and think for your fucking self. And come in, talk to me, and prep. Will you be a victim or a survivor? Don't swallow their lies. Don't be a victim. Come to Wolf Clan Armory and be a fucking survivor.